Good morning and welcome to another exciting episode of Smell the Coffee with me, Diana Master. I will be flying solo today, but fear not because I'm still going to bring you one heck of a show. I was about to say something, excuse me, and then I remembered I'm on live television and this is a family-friendly show. So we are keeping it PG-13 here. Nevertheless, like I said, a lot in store for you. As always, we start with our meme of the day. Now, this one in particular made me go, I wonder if this is okay to play. But you know what? It is regarding the Epstein files. So let's see. Apparently, this is the Illuminati the morning after the Epstein files dropped. Yeah, let's see what that is all about.
Morning, John.
Morning, boss. Oh, I released those Epstein files like you asked.
Otto von Blackrock here, CEO of the Illuminati, and I have to admit, we had some slip-ups.
You said to send to the DOJ.
I said shred by end of day. What the? But now here we are scrambling to come up with something to distract everyone from all this.
What if instead of 9/11 we did 9/12?
No, we don't have the budget for that.
What?
Spend it on that Dave & Buster's are building in the Gaza Strip.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
It's been hard on our staff. As you can imagine, tensions in the office are rising.
My job is to develop the new pandemic. I don't work with the files.
Don't forget the 5G chip this time.
Oh my
so we
God.
have to make
Everyone
100
knows
different
that
strains.
Omicron was way more effective.
And for everyone who was allegedly involved, I just think it's important that we hear their side of the story.
Boss, they just put out some more photos.
Dude, what? Let me see that. Oh my God. You know what? You go to one cocktail mixer.
What you got there?
Little care package for Ghislaine.
Yeah, she's having a rough time.
Yeah, nothing like a little pizza and grape soda can't fix though, right?
And my hope is that our investors understand that in a time of crisis, tough decisions have to be made. How do we explain this to our shareholders?
Come up
Guys,
with something.
what do you think we're gonna do? What? Wow.
We'll handle it.
Shit. Oh, it's Prince Andrew. Andy, hi, hey. Oh, you're here. You are out front. Wonderful. He's in the office. I will meet you out front right now. Layoffs, they never get easier, guys. Never get easier.
So what do you guys think? This is obviously based on all those conspiracy theories that we are actually just pawns and there's a whole underground world that is controlling everything that is happening the way that it is happening. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you guys believe that there is the Illuminati that is controlling everything that is unfolding? There is a conspiracy theory based off of the fact that The Simpsons keep predicting the future. And they say that it's actually not that The Simpsons is predicting the future, but that the director and writer of The Simpsons was basically a part of, the squad. So he overheard certain things being said, and then that's when he put them in the show. Speaking of The Simpsons predictions, they did predict that Donald Trump was going to be, to go to the other side on March 13th, I guess. Apparently The Simpsons predicted it, but still nothing happened. So are The Simpsons predictions actually true? Are they really just predictions? Are there somebody who was in the circle and knew of all these things? Because The Simpsons did successfully predict Donald Trump becoming president, the pandemic, a lot of things that The Simpsons quote unquote predicted. What is your take on this whole conspiracy theory? All of these conspiracy theories that are happening now, especially regarding the Epstein files, because they do say that the Epstein files, yes, they were released, but then now the war that is happening is basically to divert from the Epstein files. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's get into our next meme.
235 acres. We farming our own chickens, homie. Thousands of chickens, thousands. Running around everywhere, quack, quack, quack. Talk about next level shit, homie.
So basically, I think we can all relate. I was actually on the phone with my sister the other time and she goes, guys, my son is asking for money again. Like every time it's like, Mom, can I have £5 for this? Mom, can you give me £8? Mom, can you give me £10? He never has money, but then when he gets his salary or his allowance, we don't hear from him. But every time it's, Mom, can you send me £5? Mom, can you quickly send me £3? I need £3 to do this. But honestly speaking, the bank of Mom is absolutely perfect. At my big age, I still go and deposit from the bank of Mom because wow, it is absolutely amazing. Like, trust, Mom, one day I will give you the world. But for now, can you quickly send me $500 though? Like, I just need 500. She's like, ugh, Diana, no, you think money grows on trees or what? The next thing, it's a bank notification. I absolutely love it. And unfortunately, I feel like that's going to come back to me because my nephews already do that with me. Auntie Diana, send us money. Auntie Diana, can we please have what? So yeah, they did play a terrible prank on me the other day. They called me and they said, Auntie Diana, can you send us £100? I said, 100 pounds? Why? No, because we went to this restaurant and we ordered some steak. We only found out when the bill came that the steak was actually quite expensive. So now our bill is at £100. That time I'm like, when you were ordering steak, for what kind of steak is £100? What do you mean? And he's like, no, so we actually can't call mom. So maybe you can send the £100. That time I'm thinking, Chomi, I am £100. What are you talking about? But anyway, luckily, it was just a prank. They laughed. They found it to be the most funny thing ever. I'm like, ha, 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 we can't believe you actually fell for that. That was not a funny prank. My heart was beating out of my chest, okay? Let's take a look at our last meme of the day.
The power of a mother's love is greater than any force on this earth. 10 foods that are causing cancer in 20-year-olds right now. Psst, moms need attention too. Don't forget to call your mom. Parking lot kidnapper on the loose. A random AI-generated video of a cat. No one in your life will ever love you as your mother does. Some kind of Bible verse with a worship song in the background. Never do these things when walking back to your car alone at night. Serial killer in your state. How to protect yourself.
Heavy on the no one will love you the way your mother loves you. But yeah, I think we can all attest to these very random videos that we get. It's like, what do you mean? 1 minute it's woman kidnapped in the parking lot, and then with that comes, make sure that when you leave the car, you must do this, you must do that. It's always just so very random. And then not forgetting the Bible verse of the day with Jesus dancing in the clouds. You know, we must always have those, with the Bible verse of the day. But you know what? We love our moms. We appreciate them. And one day we are going to be those moms to our kids, sending them random videos, them just being like, what? How can you send me a Bible verse and why you should drink ginger water every morning and why you should... It's a lot. It is a lot. But nevertheless, let me know what your meme of the day was. Which one did you find funny? Which one did you find come on, Diana, that's not funny. I just want to know, okay? We will now take a quick ad break, and when we get back, we get into our top stories. Stick around, we'll be right back.
Namibia is a land of movement, with waves that never stop reaching forward. Here, adventure is not something we search for. It is something we are born into. In every corner of this country, creativity rises, from artists, from athletes, from dreamers. And when the world comes to explore Namibia, they discover something extraordinary. Because when sport moves people, creativity moves ideas, and tourism moves the world toward us. Something powerful happens. A platform where movement meets imagination, where industries connect, where opportunity grows, where Namibia's next chapter begins. Welcome to the Creative Sport Tourism Expo. Exhibit, partner, experience. Creative Sport Tourism.
today I am sharing a very bizarre story, but I honestly think it was valid. So anyway, a Texas woman is facing charges after allegedly booking an entire escape room to confront her ex-boyfriend with a surprise Valentine's experience gone unconventional. The truth will set you... What he expected as a fun date night turned into a themed challenge called The Truth Will Set You Free If You Can Find It, complete with puzzles that tested his memory, excuses, and sense of accountability. Witnesses reported creative and intense challenges, including a locked communication box requiring the anniversary date, a crossword of all of his excuses, a wall of red string connecting just a friend screenshots, and a countdown titled Time You Said You Needed. The immersive drama package added fog, looping voice notes, and a final door that unlocked only after correctly defining accountability. Police were called after staff heard shouting and aggressive self-reflection. The ex eventually solved the puzzles, but the relationship did not survive. The escape room of accountability, as she called it. Honestly speaking, guys, this girl is onto something. All these things of going to slash his tires, don't do that. Things like this. Escape room of accountability. Like, you can only leave this room once you correctly define what accountability is. And I think we should all start doing that. We should start doing things like this. For example, don't go slash his tires. Glitter his whole house. Just put glitter everywhere. Okay? Another thing, you can put up posters, right? Actually, I found this online. So basically, you go buy a bunch of keys, right? And then on the keys, you buy, you add a key tag, right? On the key tag, you put his number there. You say, if lost, please return to, and then you put his number. And then you just throw them all around the city. So people are going to constantly pick up the keys, they're going to find his number, and they're going to call him. Okay, so the whole day he's just going to be getting random calls from people telling them they found his keys. Simple and straightforward. Mess with the mind. Okay, don't be physical, because physical will land you in jail. Just do little emotionally manipulative tactics. Okay, you didn't hear this advice from me. Who said that? Who said that? It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I'm just telling you, there are ways to get into people's heads. Doesn't have to be physical. On that note, let's take a look at this next interview. We are talking the Whiskey and Wine Festival, and we are of course talking the Just a Girl initiative. So stick around for those 2 interviews. Maybe you're a person that loves grapes in liquid form. Maybe grapes in liquid form aren't your cup of tea. Maybe whiskey is more your thing. Today we are talking all things Swakopmund Wine and Whiskey Festival, and I'm joined by one of the organizers, Jo Marie. Jo Marie, how are you doing today?
Good morning, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us in studio this morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so talk to us about the second edition of the Swakopmund Wine and Whiskey Festival. Let's discuss everything. Clearly, the first edition was a success. So you decided to do it again.
We absolutely did. So the Swakopmund Wine and Whiskey Festival is a premium event for wine and whiskey enthusiasts, and just for people that are also looking for a really great time. It will be taking place on the 4th of April 2026 at the tennis court parking right next to Strand Hotel.
Okay.
So we're looking forward to hosting all wine and whiskey lovers.
So talk to us about how the initial concept came about. Who said, you know what, we need an event for all the wine and whiskey lovers?
Okay, so the idea basically came from, or originated from, the fact that Swakopmund didn't really have a lot going on.
Okay.
And they would only come alive mostly in December. So I was like, there's just a lot of silence and there's just nothing happening in the coast during the rest of the year, and it only comes alive in December. So I was like, you know what? Easter is a great time to have an event. Wine, whiskey, people love it. So why not start a Swakopmund Wine and Whiskey Festival? And that's basically how the idea came about.
I see. So do you have local brands and international brands that are going to be showcasing at the festival?
We have quite a number of local and international brands. But for now, we still have to announce them. So
Is it top secret?
yes.
Oh, so we have to keep an eye on your pages to see who's going to be
Please do follow
there.
our pages for you to be informed of who will be having,
Okay.
who will be at the event.
Okay, so what exactly can we expect? Obviously, we can expect wine and whiskey, but what else?
All right, so for this edition, we are also going to be having a main act for the very first time. We'll be having Melinda, the vocalist, so he'll be gracing our stage. And yeah, there's quite a lot to look out for and to be excited for, a lot of networking. We also have a VIP section for the very first time, so that's quite exciting. There's also a really great opportunity for corporates to just engage with the audience as well as network with other corporate companies.
Okay, do you have partners that are on board? And if so, who are
Yes.
these partners?
We would like to mention that we do have Schweppes, which is part of the Coca-Cola company. We also have Cherry Namibia, which falls under Cherry Namibia as well as MNZ Swakopmund. We have Beach Hotel, as well as Sandwich Dune Tours.
Okay, it seems like it's going to be a great time. How has the planning been so far? Because obviously, from the first edition, you've realized, okay, maybe we need some tweaks, we need to change. What are some of the changes, or what have some of the changes been from the last edition to this year's edition?
All right. So last year's edition was obviously our first edition, and there's so much to learn from a first edition. So this year we decided to incorporate VIP packages, which actually sold faster than any of our other tickets. And also we incorporated a main act, like an actual singer, because we realized that our audience would like live performances more. So that is something that we really looked into, as well as just upping the whole entire experience from the different wine vendors, the whiskey vendors, and just giving the audience a new experience. So that for us was really important, and also catering to the needs that we weren't able to meet last year. So this year's edition is something quite personal, something that we've been working on for quite a long time, and we're really excited for everybody to just take it in and experience it to the fullest.
You mentioned the VIP packages. What other pricing tiers are there?
All right, so we do have the 3.5 for 4 people. It has quite a number of benefits or things that come with it, and then we have the 5,000 for 6 and 7,000 for 10 people.
Okay, and then the rest of the tickets, the general access?
Right now, the early birds are sold out, so we are currently in phase 1, and then we only have phase 2, then we're done.
And what does the pricing look like for those?
The phase 1 is 250 right now.
Okay, I see.
Quite affordable, I must say.
Very affordable, very affordable.
the
And what do we get for this $250 ticket?
So for the $250, apart from the entire experience and ambience of the event, you do get 4 tasting tokens, a glass, and obviously a beverage, like a water. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So why should people buy tickets to come to this event?
The Wine and Whiskey Festival is aimed at people that really want a good time. So if you have someone from the coast or from Windhoek that really just wants to have a good time, that wants to experience wine and whiskey right from the people themselves, I think that's really a great event for you, as well as just enjoying the coastal ambience. That is really a place to be and an event to attend.
I see. And where can people get these tickets?
Tickets are available at web tickets or in your model stores.
Model stores nationwide.
Nationwide.
All right. Well, Jo Marie, thank you so very much. We look forward to seeing you at the Wine and Whiskey Festival.
Looking forward to seeing all of you as well.
One more time, you said it is happening on the 4th of April.
On the 4th of April at the tennis court parking.
So you shouldn't forget, it's the 4th of the 4th. Okay,
Yes.
it's the 4th day of the 4th
Actually,
month.
that's-
Very easy to remember. Jo Marie, thank you so very much, and we wish you nothing but the best with
Thank you
your
so
event.
much for having us.
Awesome.
I'm joined in studio by a beautiful young lady who's bold, ambitious, and also very inspiring. She is the woman behind Project I Am Just a Girl. Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. Good morning.
Now let's get into what inspired you to start the I Am Just a Girl project.
Yes, so basically what inspired me was the thought, it's the transition when you're stepping into womanhood, when you're finally becoming an adult and a woman. So this transition is usually so confusing. So I thought to myself, you see, most of the NGOs in Namibia prioritize learners, girls that are age 15, girls that are already in high school. Then I thought, but most girls start their periods when they're 11 and 12. So why not just bring up an initiative where we educate those girls and empower those girls, you know? And yeah, and help them just transition comfortably and not vulnerably, you know.
Okay, now for the viewers watching, let's just get into I'm Just a Girl, the project itself. What does it entail? Who stands to benefit from this?
Yes. So I'm Just a Girl prioritizes young girls, right? And the goal is to eradicate period poverty because it's real. It has been proven by statistics. It's real. It's happening. It's in the country. So we thought, why not? You know? So basically the beneficiaries are the young girls. We empower them, we educate them, and we also donate sanitary pads to them. We show them how pads are used, what pads are for, you know? And we just make them feel comfortable and just know what happens to their bodies. Like, it's not a bad thing, you know? It's normal, it's a norm. It's actually even making you unique. It makes you unique.
Wow, I love that. I love that. And a lot of girls need that.
Yeah.
That's the thing that we don't understand, that some people don't have access to pads, what have you. And it's really good that you are doing that. I know that you did mention that the young girls, ages of 11 and 15, and I understand that this is because they're in that transitional phase, and that's why it was so important for you to be inclusive of that. As the project expands, are we going to see this demographic expand, or are we keeping it to this?
Yes. So basically, we have a whole schedule for outreach, actually. Yes. So we do not want to disadvantage any girl, you see, or to leave out anyone. So we have phases. We have started with Commerce Region. We have visited Ella Du Plessis so far in Green Leaves Primary. And last week, we also visited Okahanja. So that is Ochuzunjupa, right? So now we are branching out to go to Ohangwena. So the plan is basically to visit 3 schools per region. So hopefully 3 different towns in one region per month. So next month, we are going to Ohangwena region.
Now, this looks like a lot of work. Who are you working with?
Yes, so of course, I have a team. I can work alone. We have a team of about 12 individuals, and we also have volunteers. So basically, we're like maybe even 70 on that group. Yeah, so we are a lot. We are working together, and of course, sponsors as well, donors as well. So we are working together with all of the stakeholders to maintain and to keep the girl child in school.
Now, period poverty is often a silent issue. From your experience, how is it affecting girls' education and overall confidence in communities you work with?
So you see, period poverty is a thief of education. So it just slips it away like this, you see. So basically, when a girl misses 3 to 4 days of school, that is plus or minus 50 per year. These are already 50 school days missed. And now it's very hard for this young girl to catch up on her academics, which often leads to dropping out of school or just failing. And this is just because of period poverty, a crisis, a natural disaster, if I was to say. Yeah, so basically it negatively affects this young girl because they end up dropping out of school or missing out on school.
Now, the nice thing is that you mentioned that you do work with a team, and obviously you are working with sponsors and donors. How have partnership contributed to your success so far, and what more is needed from the private sector?
Yes, so for the past 2 schools that we have visited, it was our SIGU attorneys that sponsored. We are very, very grateful to our SIGU attorneys, but this isn't enough to cater for the whole country. So we are looking out for sponsors and donors to come through, the community at large, the Namibian community at large, to come through so that we keep our girl child in school. So yes, we are working hand in hand with the stakeholders. We have contacted a few private sectors. They've responded positively, but we're still waiting for them to just come through in here.